Hi, everybody. It's Craig from Doc Sports back with your NBA betting picks for Hump Day Wednesday, the 11th of February. And don't have Indian Cowboy today for the NBA. Hopefully, we'll have them for college basketball. We're just trying to find the time with the time difference him being in India. But this is be careful day. We got a million plays today with like 14, 15, 16 games a day, as we've got, of course, the last day for many of these teams before the All-Star break. There's 3 games tomorrow. But a lot of these teams are done after today. So be very careful today. Don't forget, if you want my best plays, I suggest you leave the NBA alone today, even though I will have a 3-unit play in the NBA. Low and slow in the NBA today. I'm going to have a 3-pack in college hoops. So you can go over there and get that for just $30 over at the website. So make sure you get that. You'll get all 3 plays, a 4-unit, probably 2 4-units and a 3-unit, or a 4-unit and 2 3-units. I know the 3 plays. I'm just finalizing injuries before I finalize the actual numbers. The NBA for today. We've got Atlanta at Charlotte starting off. Charlotte's favored by 6, total 233. And this Charlotte team's been red hot. Been red hot. 9-1 the last 10 games. They did come off a loss, though, last time out. That loss was to a very good Detroit team. Obviously, no disrespect on the number 1 team in the East. Atlanta has lost 4 of their last 6 games. Maybe they're kind of running out of steam before this All-Star break. I think this isn't that difficult. I think you take the hot Charlotte team. I think Atlanta's just gasping for air before this break, and I think they fall short in this one. Give me Charlotte minus the points. Next game, Washington at Cleveland. Cleveland's favored by 18, total 237.5. And this is a dangerous spot for Cleveland, I do believe. I do think they'll win this game, but health has been a concern. They're coming off a long road trip, so they went. They won. Is a 5-game road trip. They won the last 4 games. They did lose the first game to Phoenix, which was kind of scratch your head since Phoenix didn't have Booker in that one. But they've played good down the stretch. Now, are they caught looking ahead here to the All-Star break and don't cover this one? I'm going to take the 18.5 points with Washington. I know they've lost by 30, 14 the last 2 games, but you don't have to. They did beat Detroit 3 games back. Give me the 18.5. I think it's just a little too many points in this one. Now, Milwaukee, Orlando here. Orlando's favored by 10.5, total 220.5. And what you like about Orlando is, they've really fought through some injuries this first half of the season before the All-Star break, and they've turned it on here the last 3 games, 3 straight wins. Now, Brooklyn, Utah, and Milwaukee, so it's not like the world beaters, but they beat the same Milwaukee team by 19 points on, Monday. So now they get them again here. The lines goes from 9.5 to 10, but 10.5, but they get them at home. Give me Orlando here. I just think of Milwaukee's just like, they're speaking of the team gasping for air. They've won 3 of the last 4. Give me Orlando minus the number in this one. Then we go to the Bulls and the Celtics. Celtics favored by 13.5, total 224.5. And if you like points, you got to like watching Chicago play because they play up, down, and they love to push the pace. They've 4 straight overs, and now you have a Boston team that I know they only scored 89 last time out. But this Boston team that can score points, they've had 2 low-scoring games in a row. But before that, they scored 114, 110, and 107 against 3 teams that don't even like to push the pace and would rather play defense. I think this is an up-tempo game. I like the over in this matchup, over 224.5. Now we get to Detroit at Toronto. Detroit's favored by 1.5, total 223. And Detroit has been the most consistent team in the NBA, to be very honest, even more than Oklahoma City, because Oklahoma City has had a couple stretches. They're first in the East, and it's not really been that close. 39-13 so far this year. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on all the great content we have here at Doc Sports. So you look at this game, I think you have to like what Detroit's done. They're 5-1 their last 6 games, facing a Toronto team that's been pretty good. They've won 3 of their last 4. I thought Toronto would have been a little more active in the trade deadline. I thought they could use some more outside shooting, but they stood pat. I like Detroit here, minus the 1.5. I think Detroit's going to stay motivated here. Now, we do have some of those suspensions that looks like they might happen because of the fight, so that maybe gives Toronto a little hope. But I think, though, Detroit's just found a way most of this year, and I think they continue to do so. Knicks at Philly. Knicks lost at home last night to the lowly Indiana Pacers. Now they face Philly. I I did not see this coming. I did not see that Philly's going to, I won't say give up on Joel Embiid, but turn this team over to Maxey. Since doing that, it's just been a different team. I like Philly here, minus the 2.5. They're rested. They haven't played. They have a day more rest than New York, and New York had to travel. And it was an overtime game last night. So give me Philly minus the 2.5 in this one. We go to the Indiana at Brooklyn game. Indiana, like I said, won at New York. Yeah, it gives them a little legs, weary legs in overtime. But they didn't have to leave New York because they're just going to Town to play in Brooklyn. I don't think Brooklyn should be favored by 4.5 in this one. I don't think Brooklyn should be favored in many games this year unless they're playing maybe Washington. Give me Indiana plus the 4.5. Next game, Miami Heat at New Orleans. And, Miami's one game above 500. It's just like they find ways to kind of get themselves into trouble this year. And it wasn't that way until they had Tyler Hero come back. And then I know he's not here now, but once he came back, it kind of messed up what they had going. Norman Powell was, I know, a little banged up lately, so maybe that contributes a little bit as well. But I think this is a game, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to take New Orleans Pelicans. They've won 2 in a row. They beat at Minnesota, Sacramento. Okay, everybody beat Sacramento. But I think they'll play well here. And Miami's just banged up. And, I just don't see Miami throwing a ton of guys out there today. I think they're like, listen, if we lose this game, as long as we can get healthy, we'll be okay come the second half of the season post All-Star break. Next game, Blazers at Minnesota. Minnesota's favored by 7.5. And, Portland, they really should be above 500. They're 2 games below 500, but injuries has really held this team back. And it's another game that's a lot of guys out. Sharp out, Murray out, Thibault out. Obviously, Damian Lillard's already going to be out for the season. We all knew that. But, they do get back. Like Grant's been playing pretty well. I do think this is a game you take Portland. I think Minnesota, they have a couple guys that aging guys, obviously. Not Anthony Alvarez, but, I think this is a game where you start looking to the All-Star break. These older teams like Minnesota, I think the young teams can catch up on them in those games. Give me Portland plus the points. Now, next game, Clippers at the Rockets here. Rockets favored by 8.5, total 210.5. And I'm not going to overthink this. These two teams played, yesterday, I believe? So they're playing a back-to-back game. Yesterday was a 7-point game by the Clippers. It was really kind of close. It was the line was 8 to 9. So the Clippers did cover. But Houston found a way to win. I think they do the similar things today. Now, the one worry is always, and I would wait till game time, is Kawhi Leonard in back-to-back games a lot of times rest. But if he plays, I like the Clippers here plus the 8.5. Next game, Memphis at Denver. Denver's favored by 13.5, total 235.5. And Denver's one of those teams that if they get healthy, I think they have something for the Spurs, and I think they have something for the Rockets, and I think they have something for the Thunder. Now, health has not been on their side this whole year. It's really been one after another. It's like they finally get, Joker back, and then, of course, Aaron Gordon is out. Murray's had a couple times out. Braun has had times. I mean, it's just been the who's. Watson has been out for a few. I like Memphis in this spot. I know they haven't won a game or many games lately. They've 2-8 their last 10 games, but they have covered 4 of their last 5 games. They almost beat Golden State. They lost by 1. They only lost 7 at Portland, 2 back. I think they'll keep this within 10. Give me Memphis plus the points. Next game, Thunder at the Suns. Don't overthink this. Take the Suns plus 7. The Suns did play yesterday, so the Thunder have a rest advantage. But the one thing is it wasn't really that close, so I did watch the minutes. I watched a little of the game. I thought they were trying to, save their legs for this game. And Oklahoma City obviously banged up without SGA. Give me the Suns plus the 7.5 here. If they don't win, I do think they keep it close. Next, last 2 games. We got the Kings and the Jazz. Jazz favored by 7, total 232.5. Jazz are playing much better basketball. This team was sellers for way too long. Finally, they went out and were buyers with the Jaren Jackson deal. Now, the one thing that I worry about, basically in the fourth quarter, they've been resting all their starters. Now, they found a way to win one of those games, but the league has to look into this. Either play them or don't play them. You can't play them for 3 quarters and then for no other reason than you're trying to lose the game, not play them. But I like the over in this game. Over 232.5. When you see Utah games, they play fast. I think this will be a high-scoring game. Spurs -6 at Golden State to finish this up here at 10 o'clock. Golden State, obviously Steph Curry out. They did win last time out, and then 3 back against the Suns. They did lose in between against the Lakers by 6. I just think the Spurs want to send a message that, it's outside of the Thunder. They're the next best team. I think they take care of business here. -5.5, -6. I see it in both places. Search it around, but I like the Spurs. Don't forget, I have a 3-pack in college hoops today. You get it for just $30. That's going to have either 2 4-unit plays and a 3-unit, or a 4 and 2 3-unit plays. But it'll probably be 10 or 11 units of action. It will be 10 or 11 units of action, just kind of finalizing there. So make sure you get in on that. Just $30 for a day pass, or you get a week pass in college hoops for $99. Good luck. See you again tomorrow.